bend, bend, for the
Reese.
bend. Uptown girl, come down for the bend. Bend for the bend, for the bend. Girl out the road, come down for the bend.
We love how you walk in your waistline. We love how you walk in your waistline. We love how you walk in your walking it. Love how you walk in your waistline. Wine for me. Girl, you get that big girl, just wine for me. Girl, you get that big girl, just time for me. Girl, you get. We love how you wine for me. Say, girl, you get, you get. The way you wine, girl, you make me tipsy. You wine sweeter than the rice Pepsi. Prove a man in when you see me on the side. Don't wine for me, me no want your man hit me. Girl, your body look bigger than an elephant. Round up shape like watermelon. Hey, babe, where you get that? Do a merry gun. Me a feed them a body like a lemon. Me love how you pushing it back. Take a picture for me snap. Because how you bad like that. Your body a jiggle a lot. Bubble it, bubble it, bubble it, bubble it, bubble it like this soda. Just come bring your body closer. Your body clean 'cause you from the water. We love how you walk in your waistline. We love how you walk in your waistline. We love how you walk in your walking it. Love how you walk in your waistline. Wine for me. Girl, you get that big girl, just wine for me. Girl, you get that big girl, just time for me. Girl, you get. We love how you wine for me. Say, girl, you get.
Sexy girl, bite her lips. She a close her eyelids. She a hold on for the grill. Me love how you coast on it. Girl, I said it.
No, no. That's
I feel you. Good night, everybody. I'm back. I'm sober this time. It's Alan Powell. It's Tuesday, the 6th September. Foreign. And I'm joined this evening by Reese Truss. Later, China Wallen will join us. Reese, your screen frozen? You hearing me? Hello? Wow. Well, undergoing some technical difficulties as far as I could see at this moment in time. But we, as I say, you're gonna be the topics, you're gonna be me and Reese to start. And later we will be joined by China Wallen and possibly Ira may also join the conversation a little bit later. Good
Yo,
night.
yo, yo.
Good night.
Why go there? Why go there? They ain't gonna lie to you. I'm feeling good. Drink some water.
Oh, definitely. I can't even drink Kool-Aid no more. Only water
Water,
I
boy.
want to drink right now. Yeah,
Yeah, boy.
definitely.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy. I don't know the last time I was under that kind of water, there, boy. But Lord,
Reese, last night when I reached home, I had to think about all kind of ways to defeat you. And next time I come by, I just want to I drive in, so I can't drink. We can't drink. So I let you know. Next time I come,
yeah,
I drive in. I'm
yeah.
in a step. Yeah, I coming back home. So me can't drink. I just lay I lay down in my bed and I say, bye, how I gonna beat this? And I discover I just got to drive. So
You just
next
got to
time,
do
just know I gonna be driving.
it. And I lay to you know. And everything done, eh? Me say, bye. Me gonna take a lay down. I just lay down in the chair there. Anything make it upstairs.
Mm-hmm.
About after 7 this morning, me wake up and say, well, at least, uh, at least I inside. Tanya, my
Um,
good friend Tanya. Good night, Tanya.
um, we was teasing something last night about Llewellyn. You're gonna touch off on that. You wanna wait
No, we won't
until
wait. Let it call Bill, man. Bill vibes first, man.
all right.
Yeah, man.
Well, we not really waste too much of time. We
Yeah,
check
yeah,
it
yeah.
out. Cause we don't start
It's
little
not a
late,
long show.
so we going straight in on something.
There we go.
Um, Last week in the premier press conference, he made a statement concerning the question that was asked to him. was what is the arrangement? Is there any kind of arrangement between the NIA and MSR Media? Now, when I heard the question, right, it's a wonderful question. I always like, what things cost, what's the benefit?
Mm.
But my interpretation of the question is like, what is the impact of MSR Media? What money coming in as a result of them shooting these movies? The premier would have answered and said that actually the NIA is paying 150,000 US dollars to MSR Media. I thought it would have been coming in the other direction, but he said that they're paying them because they pay basically for hotels and them kind of thing. Basically for the stars. You check? And we get pictures. At least Sunshine one free. But the NIA one, you understand? $150,000. What is your thoughts on that arrangement?
Well, I didn't. I don't think that the government should be paying the company. I think the company is coming into the island using our facilities, using our scenery to film the videos or whatever it would have been. I think that it should be the other way around. I feel that the company should be paying the government. And then the other question is this company paying taxes? Is MSR paying taxes? Is there anything that's going back into the local economy from this venture?
I would assume that they set up at least an LLC. I would assume there has to be some kind of MSR media. Because really and truly, I end up and do a little deep dive into the company, and they have a lot of different arms. Eh?
Mm.
'Cause really and truly, MSR International, which own all of the MSR, they're based in Florida.
Okay. Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, yeah, man. Because what happened was I was looking at some of the reviews for some of the movies. But I can't wait for the day when news actually is associated with a good movie. You
Mm.
ever watch? You ever read any of the
No,
reviews?
no,
But I went on and
no.
I was looking for A Week in Paradise. He got a couple of them.
Okay.
But and when I'm talking about reviews, I'm not just talking about people who you know. Okay, I don't watch Marvel. Right now, you got She-Hulk, and you got certain people like man especially. They man got certain problem with She-Hulk, and they would just criticize. They don't want. They not gonna talk nothing about the good. I'm
Mm.
talking about people who actually watch the movie and they was like, there are some good things, there are good aspects of this movie. And other things about this movie, the one with the woman who star in Billions. I can't recall her name at this moment in time.
Okay,
But
yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
Axelrod's wife.
Okay, I know what you mean.
Yeah, she star in one of them. And they were like they were just getting different shots of her. They just wanted you to see different shots of this woman in sadness. And then they was talking about the story. The story is like she get a divorce this week, she go to the Caribbean next week, she fall in love. Happily ever after. The woman is like, really and truly. But as I'm telling you, like the person was like, bye. There was basically like it's a DVD movie. You know when you know when you have movies which are theatrical releases, and then we got movies what we know is straight to the DVD. This is a DVD movie. Nothing
DVD
wrong with
movie.
that. It's a lane. It's a starting point. As I said, my disappointment was hearing how much we putting in. Because I really would have liked to hear how much is coming back. And I think the premier would have said like I think they created like 60 something jobs. So there has to be some kind of benefit coming up. But I would have like to know like further.
Yeah,
Because God,
no, I understand that they create jobs and stuff like that, but what is the direct impact from MSR to the economy? Not that you're giving the jobs, but in terms of taxes, in terms of revenue that the government receives directly. What is that? Like we know what the government is paying them monthly. Is there
mhm.
anything that's coming back that benefits the island? Because if you're just spending money and you can't tell me that you're making money, then you know you really benefit nobody.
What you
And
mean?
listen,
Niche.
I hear China wallet in the background. But anyway, one of the things what concern me to is cause when I hear 150,000, me don't mean concern But Mr. Daly, I don't know if he know if he's a legend, but he's saying is $150,000 a month.
Mm.
No, that is wow, $1.8 million. That
That,
five
that, that,
million EC dollars just in hotel fees. You understand what me I say? After a while, the number gonna count up to be a big number. So if we pay this 5 million, but we get back 15, me see the win. Me understand. If we watch out, if we get back in 9, you go tap me into the thing somewhere because I go end up pay a bill. But if we just put in out $150,000 down, boy, at this particular moment in time, big up China Wallet. You go come in and say good night. Why you look fresh now? So you just took a share recently.
I just take a shave. I'm at the. I'm literally outside the recreational center.
Mm-hmm. Also, you just
Yeah.
come from the barber shop specifically.
No, I came for the barber shop to go to the recreation center, so I took the fresh up to go to the recreational center.
I feel you. Man, you still got a little steel booze and thing. We used to give me all
Yeah, bro.
kind of peach rum yesterday.
no, you know, so, no, no do that, no do that.
No, not peach rum, peach brandy, sorry. It was not rum.
Lord,
We not drink no rum yesterday.
Lord mercy.
So Jason, we was talking about the $150,000 we're going to MSR Media.
But people feel like it was a one-time thing, you know?
Like the money that
They
was
didn't
just I didn't know either. Listen,
remember.
I was really and truly I was looking for a follow-up question to determine whether it was one time or monthly.
Well, the thing about it is, right? We pay, we pay, we basically paying to keep the people in here to do production, you know? That's what happening. But people look at it, oh, the people that bring business here and creating jobs. But then I look at what we actually paying them because guess what? The movie, if the movie make, you understand me? Main see the benefit what the is actually getting. You get what I'm saying? But everything is like a hologram right now.
Starboy Apprentice, the premier would have boasted recently that somebody said that they were flying and the movie was an option. And so they watch it on some kind of plane ride in North America. And they've been feeling nostalgic. They say they see scenes and news and all kind of thing. I don't know if it's worth $150,000 a month. That are just me concern. US
But
dollars.
the thing about it, Alan, you know what I mean? Like we ain't know what else they getting apart from that one. You
You
understand me?
know, you know, yeah.
We only recently know about this monies that the government be paying out to these people. Otherwise than that, we ain't know what else they getting as in like concession and all this type of stuff, duty free, this and that, left, right, and center. When people they come here and you're trying to get duty free and even a tire. But hey. You know?
Hey, you
That,
right
that
there.
gonna be if me get duty free half and tired, that gonna be nepotism. You know, see me get a me CCM hoodie. Me can't get duty free. That gonna be too clear.
But that's how we supposed to work. If me gonna change my name from if me gonna change my name from YouTube to Mr. CCM or whatever, you know what I mean? These benefits got to involve me not gonna name Mr. CCM and not get no money, you know me not scunt in the race here.
But you just gotta find a way to get access on word boy. Good night, DJ. What is? By the way,
DJ for hire.
yeah, yeah.
Hey,
By Starboy, now be on Spirit Airlines, because Spirit Airlines not even give you the option to recline. So you're not just in a TV screen on the Spirit Airlines.
um, but in our fairness to Jason just said, right? The man got a point, yeah. We ain't know what else they gain, what else they gain, yeah? Because it's unlikely that they only get in the 150, eh? There's more than likely other things tied into that, yeah?
Well, they're gonna get certain things which intangible, which we can't quantify. Because, for example, if you get access to a location, if you get a road block off, me can't get a road block off. How much it costs to get a road block off? How much you get access to this particular location? You understand them kind of things there. So as you said, there are a lot of benefits that
Yeah.
they receive. For me to give something ain't necessarily me give you money. You know? Sometimes access. What is the value what we gonna put on that at certain times?
That is true too.
So you believe they don't got a cap? Do you believe they don't got a cap on how much they need to provide? So if even if me no use the venue for that month or whatever, you know what I mean? That just the cap right there. So it's like a budget.
Um, well, if you are dealing with production, you definitely got to get some kind of budgets.
So that's the government budget in terms of everything. So it's not really lucrative cash then.
Well, what we got to really go back and check, right, is if these payments, no, they just start to talk about budget. Are these payments in the budget? If you check out what me I say.
Well, if Timo been still in, I would not know for sure in the budget.
Or what is it, if Timo Benny we will not in the budget?
Yep,
How we don't know that? How we don't know that? How we don't know that?
because he the one who said Timo tried to take MSR media to St. Kitts.
Okay,
Well,
okay. So you confirm.
um, that was different. At that time, they didn't still been a partner.
They're still a partner too.
Well, it was end up on the opposition bench. They got to come up with
Exactly,
a strategy to defend the country.
exactly. But like my point of view is just that what happened. So when a story come out one time and you're gonna blow over, and after you look, you just take the credit for everything. Everybody gonna forget about the expenditures and all this stuff. There, it's like me buy expensive food and just eat half of it, and maybe tell one or two man, well, look, next week me don't forget about the expensive food where me buy and throw it. Cause me don't eat about 20 more food since that.
Okay. Mm.
You get what me I say? So almost said this now. Like that happen. You see how daily bring up that now. You know what I mean? Guess what? Guess what? CCM people want to say? Oh, you bring up the old story there. I look something will cost and all those type of thing now. Because what be happen now? Daily change the tactics now. No. Daily come back with a different drawing board now. No. So where be happen now? You now find certain people um opposing daily so easy like before because back then daily been a cuss. No cussing a go on is legitimate certain things legit right now. You get what me I say? Because daily now attack certain facts and daily you know, just get up and say certain things like so. Everybody don't know the Himbo electric, the electoral, the election tactic in terms of daily with what the school near CFBC. You know what I mean? That the good as garlic geothermal, and now you're bringing back up geothermal. Now we're going to bring up Hector story now again.
No, it's on. Remember, it's on to Johnny's story now. It
Mm.
not seem like it not seem like Pat got no story. It not seem like nobody else got no story. So Janice is the
No,
lady
the
of
most
all
you
the
tell Pat,
stories at this particular
the most you
moment.
go tell Pat, my cousin over to me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah,
You don't feel it. You don't feel it. I'm waiting tell Pat.
but me
Then you just
feeling Pat
you
come
just
out tell him too.
you know walk around with your suitcase. You just walk around with your suitcase and tell us you got files.
But then one file he walk, then one file he release. What we
You
ain't
know really
about.
feel. You know really feel you got to release the files. And I think the illusion of the files is about to catch people. Just the fact that you say you got files.
Only, but you know me been, I was one of the only man in Nevis been a boss files, you know. And me files them all in concrete, you know. Otherwise than that, nobody bust no files.
Well,
They got the same. They got files.
see, even as you mentioned the files thing, it take me back to last week when I was watching the Obi interview, and when they were asking Obi if he's a journalist, he got certain things what people post which I consider to be facts. You see, when Obi posts something, for example, and it's like a video of a car down in a ditch, me can't deny that it's a car down in a ditch, you know. No, I might not know who car I be or what exactly happened. I might not know how we get down there. But the only fact what I'm going to take from that is the car go down there. Now, me don't hear certain things at times. If me hear, me can't believe. Even if I hear so 2 times, me still not believe. I need concrete. You understand? I need to see piece of paper. But if I
Mm.
hear so, at least enough time, it would make me say, but I need to look into that. You understand? Maybe I need to ask 1 or 2 questions about the story. Like, one of the things that what Obi disappointed me with was he didn't explain the method he done go through to verify a story. 'Cause to me,
No, you say
as long
you
as you
can't
got
release it. You say you
listen,
can't release it tactic.
as long as you got 2 good source, and as me I say, somebody who was there in the room had access, you understand? You see the document. You don't got to tell me what the document be and who the people them be, you know. Because as I tell you, I'm looking for the methodology. I could tell you something, me not gonna say nothing unless me sure firm grounds. The Llewellyn story was not at all tale. By some Llewellyn story is like victimization, and some Llewellyn story is like the reality of life. I hear the tape.
Well,
I hear
that's why
some
we
of
don't
it.
push it. That's why we don't push it back. We look like you pop already.
I
So
hear some of it when they talking about the doors and knowing the fact that um he and the premier used to eat in the same house and all that stuff, sleep in the same house and all that type of stuff. The knowing where they come from and all that kind of stuff. The yeah. So
Um, I'm gonna tell you once again, when you're making an argument with somebody, it does not make no sense to argue about the history. You got to argue about the interest, the common interest. If I ain't gonna common interest, ain't gonna work. What you tell me about we going to high school together? No. You need to explain to the person. Um, I feel like Llewellyn, the way how he portrayed, I hear the humanity because I hear the man basically explain by tell them main guy. And and I would know he does got people sometimes you get your thing from customs and you get some kind of payment plan. He ain't get he released for whatever reason. And I understand the human side because when the man talk about he all he concrete hard up and show it. Yeah. Them that real thing the man talk about he had to burn up he do them in here hard because they get in termites. And then kind of thing that I hear the humanity. But me no feel I feel like that's a more valid argument than a time about buy. Me and a man you go up in the same house, my mother's yeah. Man don't get bite from them brother. As I've been talking about biting last night. But people you only get betrayed by your friend. Your enemy can't betray you. Are your enemy? You understand? And you can't appeal, as me say. This emotion thing, I understand. There are moments when it is kind of necessary, but I feel like, as I said, but the man cast the man. You know how long Llewellyn I start to build a house there. Mother, so yeah, he cast.
But like you say, Alan, I think when you explain the fact that the trailer was being held for over 4 years, and when you open the container, you see the tile, cement, and the grout, and all the things you had to show, and you talk about the termite them in the door, all the internal doors, them you have to burn up and so. You're right. You know what I mean? There's a human side of it. I think I think the part where I think he was looking at the fact that he and Mark would have had this relationship from way back, and thought that everybody feel the same way going forward. So I think that hurt him too, eh? Because I think even if they had the difference of where it is, I don't think he thought he'd ever get to that level there. I think that is what really hurt him. That hurt him more than the door them. Because the doors could be replaced. But I think the situation with he and Mark, you could hear that they really, really bad him.
Mm,
I feel it. I feeling it.
Yeah.
Ain't easy. Ain't easy having a container out there full of material when you can go clear them, they rotten.
okay, but what part are he right? Cause this no, this is the hard part. No, he ain't had the money. So once he come back to the budget thing, he been over budget, and then he lose, he work on all them kind of thing there. No,
And I
he
think he wasn't
had
paid out.
exactly, but I like okay, he got things what all I be want, but we might not get the money for. But what we gonna do if I been got the money? So that make me say like, which part the personal responsibility come in? Because and this is why you gonna got people who gonna watch it like in a kind of cold way and say, "Why you not had the money? You can't get your container."
But I could say this too. Like when you in this ring, especially in this political arena in St. Kitts and Nevis, you better start think 20 years ahead when you're in for 5 years.
Definitely.
But
Like you got
here's
to
a
think,
question.
yeah.
Here's a question. Did he purchase these things while he was still employed, or did he purchase these things and start working in the house after he get the termination?
No, the host don't been a do, and then he's like. he had them ordered, and then within the time them a transit, he get fired.
Okay,
He at
okay,
least
okay,
he
okay.
at least get told to go home and wait for further instructions, which always
You would
mean
say,
you get fired.
yeah, yeah, you know, come back.
Yeah, and
Long time vacation.
okay, cause the next part, which would be the unforgivable part, is if he was not given his money, because I think he said the contract was terminated and there was some kind of package. Yeah, some kind of package he was supposed to be given and he wasn't given that. No, if I want him my money and I got some money for the man, that part they supposed to happen at the least. And if you got the money for me in a them kind of ways there, that's supposed to be furthermore collateral. So you go at least say, boy, give him any material. That not fair.
No, I think if you terminate the contract, you're supposed to pay out the contract.
And
You're
if they
supposed,
got money
Depend
for
de-
guy,
depending on who liar behind you.
so you say the money supposed to get paid depending upon the liar?
But it look like only it look like in order to get things in. I mean, liars always got to be involved.
well, I'll tell you the thing, eh? The truth is, if I know that you're not gonna money, I make you hire a liar to get money from me, but I know you ain't got the money to do it. No, is that the right thing to do? Not at all. You terminate a contract, you're supposed to pay out the contract. The contract was supposed to be paid out. No, the bad mind thing today is to force the person to go the legal route. That's a bad mind thing. That's how me view it.
But you see how the democracy in navies work. You know what I mean? You lose your seat, and then after you look, I'll be give you back a work who make you work under me.
Um, the next thing what I feel like it's important to learn from Llewellyn is these college degrees. These every time you go to the high schools and the primary schools and they tell you you could be whatever you want to be and read this and read that, it's very, very expensive. And you might end up overqualifying yourself if you end up in politics. I feel like if you're a young person and you want to pursue these degrees and you want to get into politics, start to think about getting this degree and how you're going to build a business. And outside of that, some of you don't bother run up and down behind these people with this go to university, acquire some skills. Me I try to tell you something, if you're dealing with AC, you're gonna get pay.
Oh man.
You got skills where you could acquire which don't need all of these university degree and all these things, and you could be in the money. But you just got to acquire a skill and you could take it from there and end up right back in the same place. Have your business, providing for your family, providing jobs, all these kind of things, providing for all kind of people who you're concerned about. So as I say, I hear that and I'm seeing like a lot of if you see people come out of six farm and I tell you about them can't you know like I don't know even many people like got masters. Cause when you got masters and you work for government, they don't gonna want to pay you. Make it was like even like little like people with bachelors me I try to tell you. Just end up like they overqualified. So we got to really this is why I see the danger of the government being such a big employer. I want the government to provide opportunities so Nevis people could employ. You check? So Nevis people could build Nevis. it would be better that way. If he had a rich Nevis man, he might have could have been a majority shareholder or whatever if we want a geothermal project and them kind of thing. Well, some rich Nevis people get you in a life. At least the good minded one, not the bad minded one. Then. But as I said, um, it just I just see a lot of people and nothing wrong with getting educated because we also need some people who technically savvy and have a deep understanding on theoretical
Yeah,
and conceptual things. But we need people who know how to do
yeah,
things
but
too, and that takes skill.
Alan, you
Hmm.
know what is one of the biggest issues when you talk about that too? Everybody getting college for the same degree, eh? So then you end
Indeed.
up with a saturated market. We got a lot of liars. We get a lot of
Um,
people coming with these like degrees every year. We got a lot of people coming out of Cuba as doctors. We got a lot of people coming out with these business degrees. We need we need to spread these degrees in more areas. We need to cover more ground.
like
But
you
also
still don't
too,
feel like we got enough liar, but guy, just
even though that happened too, right? Like me not like all these people going away, you know what I mean? And like we not even got a good market for it. You get what I'm saying? Like
And
you know see nothing taking off to a different level or whatever. You know what taking off to a different level with the is private investors doing whatever like Dan Daniel and all this type of stuff there. You know what I mean? And Dan Daniel ain't a lawyer, Dan Daniel ain't a doctor and all this stuff there. But you know for sure places are being there to go for tourists, both tourists and locals. You
um
get what me I say?
you mean places there for them to like go and walk?
Yeah.
Definitely. But watch out, boy, and Jason, you see that a part of the thing too, eh? Like these companies were starting in other places is people take a chance, and I understand. This is how come I always talk about the environment. If the environment is there, then people gonna say, "Bye, me go sticky me too," and okay,
And and, and look for instance too. Yeah, so I mean you how much gym does he have in Nevis?
you got at least four. I could tell you off the top of my
And
head.
and most of them well I would say most of them in an area where everybody got to drive go to. None of them in a got one in a each village. Most of them if one of their ginger land, the rest of them they in a tongue area.
One in a castle, two in a town, and one in a gingerland.
You got one in a
But
castle now?
yeah, yeah. But watch out, okay. The other day, me, Reese, and Ira, we went go play top golf. I never play golf, right? It can't work in a Nevis. Nevis can't support the
yeah.
amount of people where you gonna take to make this thing a lucrative investment.
So so
You know
the
why?
truth is no, hold on, Jason. I
The
want to tell you.
population,
No, and Alan is correct. Let me
No.
share. When Caribbean Cove started off, Caribbean Cove was a good thing, yeah. But we didn't have the population to sustain Caribbean Cove. Because you could go you could go this week and next week. After 3 weeks of going in a row, you know I'm again, yeah. So then you slowly start to fall off a Caribbean Cove. That's where Caribbean Cove fell. We do not have the
I,
population
I,
to
I
sustain.
would I would disagree with that. You know why I would disagree with that? Because yeah, it's still boils down to our mentality.
Explain that to me. What's the
yeah,
mentality?
you go deeper. You go deeper.
Like for
Yeah.
like
Go
for
ahead.
experience, I'm a DJ. You understand me? You feel like the government would support me to some extent to be an international DJ? No, me gotta try do it by my own.
Def- But yeah, I will not
No,
disagree with
no,
you with
no,
that.
no, no, no more. Can continue.
Yeah, look at the Mundo track. They're calling it an international track. You know what I mean? And look at which part they right now after they're talking about international this and international that. But guess what? Only we using it. That's the stagnant of our mentality.
Okay, well, hold on, Jason. Can no, you're going from a government, you're going to a government project to a private project. We're talking about Caribbean Code, which was a private entity, right? We're
Yeah,
talking about you as a DJ. It takes less to invest in you as one person than it takes to invest in Caribbean Code. You can imagine what the electric bill in Caribbean Code used to be. No, remember now, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, when all the children go in school, the water in the bumper cars are still pumping, eh? So you're paying for that pump to run. The arcade still got all the lights on, paying for that, but no money not coming. We did not have the population to sustain it.
but just so you mentioned about golfing, you right? Yeah, that's something. And you say we don't have the population, but we mindset don't set pan one thing. Oh, we not gonna make it in the Navis. We not gonna make it in the Navis. We not gonna make it in the Navis. But when you look at the other hand now, you understand me? They might invest in the MSR media. You understand me? But you still not see it going nowhere still at the same time.
Well, okay.
Jason, you're mixing it two of them. You mixing government work with private work again. That's what I tell you. You're mixing two things.
Well,
If I own a business,
minimum,
it's my business. Government, no,
minimum
I
if
got no
it,
business. Yeah.
me no mind if you mix them, you know. But me just been a talk about like the sustainability of the business, and in particular, like Caribbean Cove is I guess a kind of an amusement kind of thing. It was for kids, a mini amusement park, right? When you're going there, the idea behind going to these things is to have like a novel experience. Now, even there are Orlando right now. People who live here ain't going Disney World every day. You understand? They're going maybe every couple of months. Maybe they ain't even concerned about like the local population. We in a Nevis where people not even come like to Van Summer International Airport. So ain't like we got a steady traffic or anything. We even got tourist season. Caribbean Cove can depend on tourists. And the locals ain't enough to sustain. Um when I look at movies right now, Caribbean cinemas don't sink it. I glad Nevis ain't got a movie theater. A movie theater can't work in a Nevis. Ain't sustainable. We gonna go got like Tris Green and top movies. If movie theaters hardly sustainable in America, where population are we go? Who go
Boy,
sustain these
watch out,
things? So that
watch
certain
out.
things is population too.
We don't develop a mentality. You understand me? Once it done there, we tell ourselves, "Bye, see you next year." If you got 3 days of interplaying, would you go? No, you're going for the one day alone.
I'm gonna tell you what gonna happen to me. I'm gonna tell you what gonna happen to me. The day what if he have a day and it's just long race, I'm not going to be participating in that day. I could watch that day on TV. Me ever reach for the sprinting. I want to see the sprinting part. So if them are able to break it up in such a manner where I could see sprinting pan this, as you mentioned that, Jason, me not understand yet how come carry Inter Premier in a 3 day event yet. If Inter Premier is making money, everything what I see in sports all over the world is you got to milk that day. No? You go stretch over that day. Me not understand how me not think Inter Premier is supposed to keep a Thursday time. So that at least even like if people want to come in from states, me think a Wednesday they playing them to come in. All these things you're supposed to be a think about, and make this thing
Well,
like a
culture,
real
man.
event.
Culturama don't even think about Culturama flight special and all them kind of thing there, because what? They not think about the airport, because when them a think about the investor who deal with it.
Aye. And this been a good culture am do it, no? 'Cause this culture am he had election. And if playing a
Exactly.
come in a culture am at least don't
And
come in a election.
everybody else, if you look at every country, like for instance, Dominica supposed to get Burna Boy coming. And if you check the flight special lemon and kind of stuff there, you won't believe, like, wow, you know what I mean? What a way to promote to come to your country. Eh? Like they got free concert coming up. You know what I mean? Invite the investors them home too. Invite the donors them home.
Aye. As me tell you, me no feel like it's sustainable. Sunshine, like food places. Why nothing. Food places not sustainable neither. You understand? Cause location and all them kind of thing they matter. Sunshine get you based on diligence.
No, location as well. Sunshine get you based on
Yeah,
location.
Boy,
various
Location,
watch,
factors.
yeah.
watch.
Sunshine is crucial.
Sunshine get away because Sunshine got a lot of characters, don't they? Sunshine got
Well,
some
Nevis,
unique characters, don't they? Sunshine got some characters, don't they? You understand me? Especially some of the staff them. You know what I mean? Like you have to come back to get a good laugh.
Nevis in general, I mean a couple of places. Me don't just go. Yeah, he got places and he got people. If me see them, I know I go stop there and I go at least squeeze one. Cause me gonna get some job.
Um, the man asked what is sustainable in Nevis?
Election.
Sustainable.
I tell a lie about it.
Um, if sports is more organized, sports could be a sustainable thing in Nevis. If the premier come through and we get the music academy at NEPAC and we start to train our musicians, music is always sustainable. And we gonna always got people who can pull, so you gonna got man who can pull string, some gonna play cards. There are certain, as me say, skills. You got certain skills. If we say we are a tourist destination, having musicians and all of them kind of thing there, and having your arts is always gonna be sustainable, in my estimation. Um, there are certain things we could do with agriculture to make it sustainable. Um, I'm gonna give the government a free idea. I was against doing this, but I feel like it's for the betterment of the country. So I'm gonna start to get eye
You
of
feel like a
free
patriot?
advice. Yeah, yeah. Um, it had some years ago, right? I did an informal survey. I went around and I spoke to young men who farm cannabis. And I said, let me ask you a question. I do not have any authority or anything. This is just something that it does cross my mind. I say, if you were given a piece of land and you could get to farm cannabis, but half of them got to be food, would you take the deal? None of them say no. He got man who does meet me up to now and say, "Boy, you ain't tell the government about the thing yet." The man ain't answer yet, but it's a good idea. And I mean, if y'all could come to the wonderful idea of giving the young men money who go buy car, who go get car rental, why about give them some land? Who go plant and work? You watch out, is the most productive you're gonna see Nevis young man with cutlass. you're gonna see a young man with a cutlass and feel proud when no he going go work land. I'm telling you, they're gonna take the deal. And
But you know what happened, Marlon?
go ahead, speak to me.
Everybody go and plant the same thing.
The same foods and so, the same fruits.
Yep.
Well, I mean, this now is where you have the man who revolutionized agriculture in St. Kitts and Nevis, and he will be able to come with a strategy now. You check. So you could say, well, okay, these gonna be the legumes, these gonna be the microgreens, guys. These gonna be this gonna be that, and we don't get the age. You will say, no, tree are gonna pull up again. You understand? Let the police them know. Don't even look in at nobody yard. You understand? But I tell you, by the man, they got a contribution over make posting the man tell the police, no more pulling up cheese. He say a kind of thing, you know. He need to watch it on it. Cause he doesn't say, why there have been so many inquiries coming in, and the government he got certain man tell me things, me know the government supposed to be facing a lot of cases for police misinterpreting what the law is.
Okay, so Alan,
Mm-hmm.
Jason, let me tell you, I have been telling I already that I have discovered the way for Nevis to make money. Not a little bit of money there, you know. Big,
Mm-hmm.
big money. But we got to give it to the Christian Council first. And the Christian Council can't gonna say.
No,
Because we have vacant
The Christian council gonna always get us a point.
that and that is the problem. That is why the country can't move forward. Because I suggested creating a red light district in Nevis. It'll be the first one in the Caribbean. And we won't get a lot of people to come. A full
You know,
red light
con
district.
Santo, you know, con Santo Domingo as the Caribbean.
No, 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 no. But I tell you, I want a full red light district. Then I got a full one. They got bits and pieces. We need a full one. We need one of them hotel like where you go down to Mexico. Put in one or two casino. Throw in some bar over there. Throw in one of them little playpen house. And you gonna make a lot of money. Come on, man. Come and spend you. People gonna spend money. I looking at one in Jamaica
No,
with
no.
Language. A year and a half later, still can't get reservation.
And the Christian Council supposed to agree with that too, because guess what? When they want the blessing, oh Father, I have sinned. You know what I mean? They drop the extra $50 in the plate, $500 now.
Um, as I've been a tell you about the environment, um, geothermal. If geothermal happen, right, one of the things what Nevis could do, Nevis need to approach one of these tech companies. Yeah, and it's always, he
Alan,
should have done always, go ahead.
Alan, I feel like the geothermal we are talking about is a new drink coming in a container, you know?
The
Yeah.
geothermal, he keep your drinks
Yeah,
cold, keep your
I
beer
feel
cold.
like I feel like it's a new drink coming out. We're coming in a container, geothermal. When you look at my open the container, tell her geothermal gonna come.
Well,
Cases of geothermal drink.
this boy.
All it to prove
Um,
me wrong. That's all I know.
I feel you. You see, I'm skeptical as you in certain things, but I wanna embrace the idea because
But but
how I gonna hold the premier accountable if I
well
am not
Alan,
aware of his plans?
me and somebody were talking this morning, right? And here the man, what the latest? Me make a joke as a geothermal, but you know the man said, well, NRP says so too. So guess what? So even if he not fall through, we don't. He look like they don't make up their mind. Who say, well, NRP says so too.
But
So
geothermal. But let me tell you
yeah,
something. How come when you talk to CCM supporters, what it does tell you is ruin you there so much? How come this upset you so much? What's the problem? What's the story?
I don't even know. Me only make a joke to geothermal here, and happy so first up.
I feel like you need some peach brandy. You need some peach Colorado.
Boy, let me continue this conversation. But let me tell you something. One thing, once we hear the word geothermal start to float, election on the bed. Geothermal, the layer of that election really on the corner. Once geothermal start to float, cabinet has already started having meetings about whether to call election. Because geothermal don't come on out of time, till election day.
Um,
Hmm.
but let me say one more thing about the peace program. Just on quick
Mm-hmm.
one. I was watching a Malcolm X show and it, it, it sparked it in my mind. The opportunity what we miss with the peace program is we had an opportunity to make the gangsters and them political. And if the gangsters and them was political, it would have had a bigger impact. And what I mean by political is if they were politically conscious. Because when you think about what they were able to achieve, um, how long now teachers want increase in a salary, nurses want increase in a salary, all kind of people want increase this and that. Llewellyn want he container 4 years can't get the container. And these men were able to coalesce and come together and get the government to say, but the best thing I could do is give some money and get a peace program. I feel like that was the beginning of some political consciousness because that's what me I try to tell you. You one can't get nothing do. Look what them man was able to do by coming together. And when you see the list what was released, been a little bit of people, even though we know some of them in panelists, them not a gangster, them just been a look a little money. But overall, when you, what we can't miss is the fact that a lot of men come together and were able to negotiate favorable terms. There are other groups throughout the country who might want to learn from these things. The seeds does be there to show you how to negotiate. And remember, in all of them, it took to negotiate. It took them to
Bye,
designate leaders, people to negotiate on their behalf who they had confidence in. But
bye,
they,
and
they step wrong.
and
Yeah.
we don't even got enough anti-man in the federation who farm a LGBTQ. So I become farm a movement.
Um. Well, Abi is a
Boy,
collective word, and I would not be involved
boy,
in the
boy,
movement. I ain't fighting the
um,
movement, but I just want you to
um,
know. Abi is not going to be farming anything, okay? Them might farm something, but Abi is not
But what happened?
farming nothing.
But you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
well, stuff.
I dey making my Malcolm explain that you want to come in with
Boy,
LGBTQ
yeah.
vibe.
Hey,
As I'm saying, as many people become politically conscious as possible, um, you could see the benefits. Me talk to people all the time. Politics is local, but people only got to come together and decide, "Bye, this is the man who the premier got to talk to when he come about him." Because it would make the conversation so simpler to you. Yeah, they could go and talk to individual people. And when they talk to the individual people, they talk to them and they find out all the problems and they say, oh, you need to go and speak to this man here. He know all the thing. You ain't gonna catch me with no galvanize. You understand? We want the community better.
But
And
that's how it was, you know. Until everybody feel like them a big man, you know.
well, there are things from you know in slavery days they would tell you that there are things that was done to divide people so that you focus on the individual. So by you not gonna run or you not gonna mess up them thing. Mind, you got time, you know? You know, sometimes you're there and in your mind, you want to do something where you're not supposed to do. And you tell yourself, but I not got enough time. And then you stop there and say, but I had the whole 2 hours, you know what? We could have squeezed in that there. But sometimes is your conscious pull you back. And them man do things to make us think individually. What me gonna get? What me gonna get? But you could stop there. You not get nothing. Me get, but as me say, the overall the mentality that gonna strive for progress is the man who want to work. Because if a man want to work, he gonna end up and watch the thing and say, as long as the opportunity is provided, me good. Just give me opportunity. And that's why I keep on talking about the environment. When I listen to the government in news, I really do not hear any big plans to improve the economy.
What you mean?
Alright?
A niche. The man want to create a niche, put Nevis on the map.
Night market.
Nevis on
Create
the
a
map.
Night
district.
market.
What you mean?
Create a district, boy. Trust me, I tell her you work, you know. Create a district.
Okay, but okay. Okay, Jason, this is just an example. So you're not going to kill me, eh? It's just an example
Okay.
of a scenario. If
Yeah.
geothermal work, because of the fact that there would be um, cheap electricity, at that point in time, you've got to approach a tech company who gets some servers in a Nevis. And we the same part of Nevis where nobody could find nothing to do, who do it out there. That might be the area where you put them servers. Huh?
No, 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 no,
How
no,
is
no.
on?
I don't know, no, no. Over there, done designated for the district. I, I gonna take my
But
area, boy.
what I'm saying
No,
is this:
district got to
if
go
you
over the
are
district. But it is
by
a
I
good
Christian
can
location.
Council get involved.
It is a good
Christian
location.
Council get
I
involved
agree.
so they can sleep.
No, and you know why I'm gonna over there too? Because over there is kind of half of the beaten part. So for you to get there, that means that's where you want to go. So Christian Council got to understand, hey, anybody that you see there, that's where they want to go.
but you know that the road would change.
Yeah, but you gonna
Be-
put it in a way where you have you're gonna be one of them things where it's just like when you're going at the park. When you got the gate closed and you open the gates, you could drive in. You ain't got it like that. You ain't got it black off. Are you entering? Yes. All right, go ahead to the gate. You ain't got security hands over there. Yeah, man.
but we okay. You got your red light district. So you trying to
Yes,
tell me
man.
if you get a deal, and I know we are full of deals, but if we actually get somebody in there who know how to negotiate this deal properly, and you have a deal with as me say a tech company, you know them man get they got funds.
No, when you say a
What
tech
could
company,
go?
like a mining company, like a crypto mining company or something like that.
I say tech company and servers because okay, for example, you know googling any anywhere they hold servers in the Caribbean.
Okay.
And I did this as I tell you tonight. I give the government free advice. I done did this little search. You got certain companies and they're looking And it would be nice if they got a footprint in the Caribbean. That's how come I was saying, even without geothermal, it's something where you should kind of look at. But if you got cheap electricity, you just a whole servers on, and then you try to get over the over there is your Silicon Valley, smaller, much smaller. But as you said, when them understand tend to do these research institutes and so, them man they put them far.
Hmm.
So yeah, so to me, there also has potential to be this kind of place where technology is developed.
I could see that. The truth is the area, the location, it's available for any industry, and you can put anything over there. If you have a company that coming in with a lot of servers and stuff like that, and you want to utilize the land to do that, you could do that definitely. You know what I mean? Like you said, Google don't have anywhere within the Caribbean that is store servers and things of that nature. You know what I mean? So that is not a bad idea. But we got to find something. We can't find nothing. That's the problem. We can't find nothing. We need to find something, and we need to go out there and actively start seeking out these companies.
Um, the other thing I would say with regards to the geothermal, because to me the big failure of the administrations, because as Jason said, people don't know say NRP talk about geothermal too. We need to send away multiple people to be energy specialists, and based upon the fact that we trying to go into different sources of electricity, I would say we need a geothermal specialist. We need a solar specialist. And we might need somebody who deal with wind energy as well at some particular moment in time. Um, you when I was reading about Norway and how they were able to consolidate the gains what they make from natural energy, because most of the oil country them, they poor.
Mm.
And Norway did a lot of things. These deals are so complicated in terms of part of the deal was that them man train people. As I'm saying, if you are going into a field, if we going to be dealing with geothermal, the Norwegian understood we got to have it in our hands, at some
Mm.
particular moment in time. You can every minute have to say, well, we need to wait and have word for what the specialist is going to say. The specialist is going to be on island within 2 weeks. Boy, the specialist got to be on island. The only way the specialist could say he coming back to the island for 2 weeks, the specialist went for vacation. And I understand he will be back in 2 weeks. But we gonna can't have this major an industry and don't have the persons in place with the deep knowledge of this industry to go forward. And we need all kind of engineers, all kind of people who know about turbine and all that kind of thing. Me don't know about no turbine. Me go interpret the contract. Me don't know about we need all of these people so that we need to know that these people are going to, maybe they might do the drilling or whatever it is, they will get something, some kind of return for the fact that they have done this drilling or whatever it is. But whenever it is that they leave, navies must be prepared to handle all aspects of a geothermal plant.
Well, you know what? No, we're talking about um, energy, right? What we really need to do in a whole is upgrade the entire electrical system, right?
Yeah.
I feel one of the things we need to do, especially because we are in the path of hurricanes, right? And every time a hurricane comes, we're gonna knock down two. 2 or 3 light posts and in our villages the auto power for some time. I think we need to start putting the major electrical cables on the go so that when these hurricanes come through, it doesn't impact as much as it would when with these poles being knocked over. What do you think about that?
Somebody actually pointed it out to me a couple of years ago, and it was like, when you go up in the States, just check it out. Look, see which part they got the power. And I was like, I realized that it's underground, and then I
Yeah,
start to see the advantages of having it underneath there.
yeah. So that's one of the things. Like you said, geothermal. We've been speaking of. We hear the word geothermal every election cycle. I think what we really need to do is go into solar. I could even use the same location, find another location and create a solar farm and have it in a way that it feeds the island and also we also have a backup storage that could store let's say about 2 weeks worth of energy for the country where it will be. And I feel that we need to start doing that. But these super generators we keep bringing in, these big generators, we gotta get rid of them. We really got to start having a full overhaul of the electrical system.
Um, when we gonna be dealing also with all these new energy, we need to we need a specialist in waste disposal because solar energy is clean, but I'm told that the panels, for example, when you got to switch them out, that's toxic. Let me tell you one thing why I favor. One job I would never do. I ain't want to work in the dump. The dump got to got material over there that was not supposed to be disposed of in that particular way.
Okay.
So solar, from what I understand, there are still some issues. It cleaner still, but as I say, if for example, Nevis gonna go solar, and we are them solar panels here, and we not gonna wait to dispose of them. What gonna happen? What gonna happen? 15 years down the line when you got this pile of solar panel where you can't dispose of. You got some little interesting things, as me say. We really got to start to look into. The only thing what I find about the geothermal was frightening me, which is the thing why I had said, I don't bother what I deal with the geothermal was the earthquakes. Could trigger earthquakes. I was like in a nervous. I can't handle that. You hear what
Yes.
about it?
I didn't know that geothermal triple earthquakes. I didn't know that.
Potentially, because I remember you're drilling into the earth. You don't know if you're gonna poke the wrong vein or them kind of things, and I think they said they were doing they were doing a plant in Switzerland or something recently, and they triggered
Mm.
3.4 on the Richter scale
Oh,
earthquake
okay.
just by drilling, and it's a concern. And um, Ira was telling me that his understanding is that that part of the drilling has already taken place, so that there shouldn't be any major concerns about earthquakes going forward. I still reading. I still want a little more. Um, I need more to keep my mind at ease. Cause
Mm.
Nevis and earthquake, bye. Wow. An
Yeah, me not
earthquake
like
in
that
a
quick.
triggered the earthquake triggered in Hamilton. That they go with the island in a half, boy.
Me not like
Desmond
earthquake at all.
Clarkson, Desmond Clarkson said cables underground would not be good for the island of Nevis. I don't know if he's an electrician,
I
or
don't
maybe if he
know.
can elaborate.
I don't know.
The next thing about geothermal, what was concerning to me, because is the steam from the heat pushing the turbine. So you're technically extracting the steam.
Okay.
Because you're doing this now, you could cause the land to kind of sink. So over time, because you're playing with the infrastructure underneath there, so you just go down in the ground. So you actually have to replenish the the fuel the liquid that you're
Mm.
extracting, and you have to replenish it faster than you're extracting it. The is there. It'll use a lot of water. So that was one of the concerns I had to. In a drought time, if there's a lack of water time, the water priority, in my estimation, won't go to the geothermal plant. So
Mm.
that would also be one of the things for consideration. You need a lot of water because you're dealing with a lot of heat.
I didn't know that the land sinks. I didn't know that. I really didn't know that.
As I say, it got to be managed properly, and this is why I'm saying it never make no sense. We go into geothermal. Watch out, it won't even make no sense we pursue the cannabis industry. If it's a situation where it's just companies gonna come in and we gonna take a job from them, we not gonna be in control of nothing ultimately. It not gonna make no sense. It got enough professionals right now who get the thing done. No, I'm gonna tell you, and I don't tell you consistently, you ain't gonna be okay, let me say so. You're not gonna be a street man and just walk out, well, boom, you get you with everything. Cause he gonna got business license and all that kind of thing. There's gonna be technical expertise where you listen, if you make all that kind of money that you're gonna need an accountant, ain't gonna be the kind of money where you could count. They gonna go lay on a well by you got to take out this or that fee there, this or that fee. Arrangement where you're supposed to, as me tell you, build your whole family. But if anybody is of the mindset that they will be doing it by themselves, it not gonna work. Nothing go work by yourself. You always gonna need teammates, in my estimation. But CCM, see how much teammates they winning. You need teammates.
Hey, man. But in all honesty, though, right? I would like to say that I really think that we dropped the ball there. Because I think back in 2005, 2006 area, when we, as a federation, decided to stop planting sugar. The land is very fertile, as we know. We produce good crops. I think that we should have turned all them sugar cane field into marijuana field, and we'd have been ahead of a lot of other countries. As you know, Jamaica is known for marijuana. St. Vincent is known for some good marijuana as well. So you don't want to get ahead of them. Know that they have both gone into the production and exporting cannabis. You unfortunately you can't behind. So I think we missed the opportunity, and we'd have been about almost 18 years into it now. We'd have been way ahead.
We would have been revolutionary.
Yeah,
But
we'd have been way ahead.
we was only focused on carrots. But cannabis gonna get you. The
Yeah.
supporters were saying the mountain was going to blow up. Listen, I recall that. Me one of my partner follow because he tell me that the mountain gonna blow up. And boy, the man say if I continue dig the mountain, first of all, Me not dig nothing. Me? You see me digging anywhere? No. I'm sure you don't see me dig. But hopefully, as me say, we are past that. Really and truly, we like to see geothermal get through. I'm
Mm,
just saying it needs to be managed properly. There are countries who have energy. Watch Venezuela. Venezuela got some of the most fertile oil beds in the world. Brokes. Because they are not run properly.
that is true.
So, listen, same thing. This MSI media. Me no mind me see man. I run up and down with like boom mic and man alone small little things. You check it out. But I hope that they are acquiring real direction skills. Me hope they who are around the industry who are understanding the production aspect rather than the direction aspect. And finding out all of these little different things that it takes to make a movie. All you need makeup. Well, these movies don't look like they need stunt people. These here look more drama-ish. But when you see all of the different components where it take to make the movie, me hope them man learn about that rather than just learn how to hold a boom mic. You understand what
I
I say?
agree.
Cause
I
learning how
agree.
to hold a boom mic, me not really understand how that they ever translate. We ever need man what hold the boom mic them too. But as me I say, me always look at the situation of how we ever get in control, how we ever get to shoot we movie. You understand? Not just that somebody come in and they shoot a movie. How we ever put the thing in a position where we hear, okay, this division is going to be shooting this movie. Are
Mm.
gonna be a bigger part of the movie. Some kind of direction, production, something, edit, something.
Uh, you
Tend to
know,
abandon the
um,
idea of geothermal. Too much time and expense gone without any success. Let's focus on solar energy and wind farm. Less complicated. Cheaper too.
hold on there. Starboy just asked me a question there. He asked me whether I propose in the marijuana farms. Did I forget about my friends at the Christian Council? No, I did not forget about my friends at the Christian Council. I think that the Christian Council has a role in society, but it should not be able to interfere with everything. And that is my take on the Christian Council. Like when I heard the Christian Council make them cancel the alkaline shop, I do not agree with that back in the day. If you do not agree with what alkaline is singing, I understand that. Do not attend the concert. Allow me who want to hear what alkaline is singing to go to the concert. You should not have a say in my choice of entertainment.
Um, you see that there was a case. First of all, did you know that buggery involve all oral sex?
Um, I I had that brought to my attention a couple of years back. I didn't I didn't know that it was a part of it, and then someone brought it to my attention some years back, and then I realized that every single person that lives within the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis is a felon. Cause a felony, eh?
Um,
Not a misdemeanor, is a
definitely.
felony. Okay.
Glenda, that is true. $150,000 a month, apparently. And okay, it was recently found to be unconstitutional in the court, so that is no longer illegal. My question that I have for you, right? Have you ever heard anybody in the history of the Federation who has been imputed for burglary?
No. No, you
Um, I want to tell you something. Do you know that there is a Obi Act?
here's a what?
There is a Obi Act. There is a act prohibiting
I hear
Obi and witchcraft
I
and
hear
all
some
them thing there.
I hear some shrubs about it, but I didn't know that it was the person who said it. I didn't take them serious.
Have you ever heard anybody prosecuted for Obi?
No, that could never happen.
Me only mention that to tell you, right? There are a number of laws and the books, eh? And I'm not going to argue with you and tell you that is not the line. But nobody has studied that then. And why we don't take out these things if they ain't
Nobody wanted to make
being
the change.
applied at all?
Nobody wanted to make the change. Um,
'Cause it's similar to when me been asked about this bribery story, you know. If nobody get locked up. Florida had voting the other day, 29 people get locked up for voter fraud. 29 people immediately. Me no been here too long. And immediately let you know these people get. People just get locked up in places where these things are implemented. I just want to know why we got so much laws on the books that ain't applied to nothing. Because one of the next thing is to this OBA Act was brought into place by the colonizers. That we could have walk up here. How them black man they get you in life except by OBA? Cause they ain't human. So you gotta be magic. You got enough things we need to get rid of in a partner. That ain't got nothing to do with capitalism or nothing. No.
no, but I agree that there's a lot of things on the books that we need to get rid of. I've always been one who say a lot of the things that we have need to be updated. We need to update a lot of what we have. You know what I mean? Some of the laws we have exist since 1983 and they don't matter to us anymore.
Um, Somebody said it look like people want a fishing tournament come back in news. Dr. Janice Daniel had spoke about that as a tourism industry. She said people like Michael Jordan does go around to many places for fishing tournaments. Um, Michael Jordan ain't coming news, eh? Sorry to burst your bubble, but if there is no casino nearby, he's not going to be coming to Nevis. The
But if you had
only 23 seeing in Nevis is going to be on people feet. Jordan can't reach. No casino. Can't work.
but one of the things, so I think they need to go out and start creating artificial reefs, yeah. Because even John and I reach, other people will reach and indulge in sport fishing. I think we need to go out and start creating artificial reefs. Maybe within 10, 15 years, we'll have a thriving sea life that we could actually go out and have these deep sea fishing tournaments also.
The next thing about this sports fishing, where are they going to dock? We don't have the facilities. I don't see how it's gonna happen. I really feel like this is why countries like Saint Martin, Tortola, Antigua have maintained like sailing regattas and all this type of thing because they have like famous dockyards. People don't have to build boat and thing. We don't have boat culture. We got people who just got boat. Fisherman, me not say no. But we don't the boat culture is not ingrained in us. It got people in Tortola when them man get their first set of money, they don't look at buying a car. They want a boat. They need to get out on the water. MSR Media, they might have an arm registered in the UK, but MSR Media International, the parent company, as far as I see, is registered in Florida. I forget what the CEO's name is. One of the movies actually some company acquire the rights for distribution. One of them is going to theaters, but
Going to theaters or
mm, boy,
going to Netflix.
Reese, let me tell you, when I was watching the reviews, right, too, some of them was like nothing,
Yeah.
like 1 out of 5. I'm saying, like, bruh, I would like if one of them is I would like if one of them is considered at least a piece of art, man, for real. Even if not by the wider like global, there's got like the Cannes Film Festival
Yeah, yeah,
and all
yeah.
kind of different little film festivals. I hope
We
that
like to see one of
MSR
them shoot.
Media, yeah, I
Mm.
hope that at least one of them that would give another extra push, but that doesn't seem to be in the offing. And when I see what the guy named Jai White,
Yeah.
no,
The karate.
see, I understand like when it come to movie and when it come to them kind of movie, that don't be a DVD movie. He's not like he cool. He ain't a star like that. You
Mm.
know what I mean? I mean, I try this is what the man. You understand? You see what I'm
Yeah, yeah,
saying?
yeah.
He
No, I
ain't.
get it.
That is not doing the Rock Johnson. If the Rock was in Nevis for a film, I'm telling you something. He could be bad. People don't watch that. People don't watch that. It's a big star. You know? And we're gonna have to pay 1.5 million for four seasons them thing there. But I could tell you that it's gonna be more worth it. The Rock doing Johnson in Nevis for 6 weeks. That would be amazing. That would, yeah. The publicity. I could see it. I
The
could see it.
publicity is gonna be good.
It's he just smashed the box office.
Definitely. Just try it.
You know what MSI Media need to do right now? Now that I think about it, you see how we was thinking about like the artists and them, and you get them when you go get them. MSI Media needs to try do a movie with Will Smith in Nevis. Yeah, so he toxic after the slap. Yeah, man. Tell him we're gonna we're gonna do a rehab movie in Nevis. Will Smith first movie after the slap. Yeah, it's a big star.
I
Jay
don't think
White,
MSR
like
I don't think MSR Media got the budget. I think
when you gonna go watch a Jay White movie, you don't know. Like you ever watch any of his movie like in theaters?
no, them is just on Saturday afternoon
All
at
of his
home.
movie. Yeah, I watch pan not even TV, laptop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Travis Body 50 Cent is not coming back to Nevis to do no entertainment. You forget when he get locked up who bust him bad word? And then when Panam Conan and Brian and all them thing they go say, yo, these people on here
What
strange, bro.
worst jail ever he ever been to?
I'm telling you.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, man. But Bob, I don't look like we can wrap it up, you know.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Like it's like an early evening. Next time I gonna see me, I gonna be in Nevis.
Yeah. You're official this time.
Yeah, finally game back.
Okay.
Stop flying.
Yeah.
Uh,
She watch me
boy.
and say fed up, sick of this shit.
Wonder if you
So I gotta go.
wonder if you wonder if you should, I think you should take a drink before you leave, you know.
Yeah, I got my water right here.
Yes, man. Just man. Just man. Hey, but yeah, man. Alon, thank you for the invite. Joining you on the show tonight. It's always a pleasure to be a part of the topics of there to time.
Sure.
You know, we had some fun last night. We had a nice day get together, a little link up. But we can't do that on a regular because we ain't older. We can't
She
do that
gave
on a
you
regular.
flowers.
But to everybody who viewed the show,
Next
so
time,
thank
many
you,
link
man.
it. Yeah. Next week is the manifesto show. I want to apologize to CCM before the show. I would have said that y'all ain't bringing out a manifesto since 2013, but I was able to locate the 2017. Very interesting document. Long ass. But a lot of oh yeah, and CCM don't deal with promises neither. The manifesto let you know they deal with commitment, and I would like to look at the CCM commitment to the people of Nevis, the commitment we would have made in 2017, and we're gonna see how committed he is in that time, and of course NRP will get the usual award in the meantime. But yeah, next week is the manifesto show. So good night, everybody.
Bless up.
In the CCM hoodie.
Ah.